You're listening to the Modern Mom and Dad podcast, a modern take on marriage, relationships, parenting, life, and so much more.
Hi, welcome back to the Modern Mom and Dad podcast. I'm your host, Ty.
And I'm your other host, Caitlyn. And in today's episode, we are going to do something really fun. We feel like our past episodes have been I think they've been good conversations, but...
Yeah, they've been a little serious.
They've been more serious, and we definitely want to have fun here and not every episode be so serious. So today we thought we'd do something really fun. How many times have I said fun?
Maybe 3.
Today we thought we'd do something fun and do a Would You Rather.
We each came up with our own Would You Rathers, and we don't know what each other came up with, so...
Yeah, we have no idea. So This is going to be a little interesting, and I think it's going to make a fun episode. But first, I think we should give a little recap of our week.
Yeah, talk about our week.
We've had a lot of things happening and a lot of things going on.
How has your week gone?
My week is pretty good. It's all right. Still on hormone injections, and we're prepping for our frozen embryo transfers. So I think we talked about this last week.
Yeah, we just started the
butt shots.
The butt shots.
The butt shots.
Progesterone?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah.
We're on day 2, and they're like 1.5 inch needles.
It is a long needle.
With a lot of oil.
Yeah, it is a lot of... It takes a long time.
Yeah.
To push it in through the needle. A lot longer than I thought. It's a real thick oil.
Yeah, it's not a water-based, it's a oil-based. It's made with sesame oil, and so it takes a second for him to inject the oil into my butt.
Yeah, it's
butt
weird.
Muscle.
It's weird even for me, because
Yeah.
The needle, yeah, ugh.
You have to, push it in and then pull it out to make sure, you have to check for placement to make sure there's no blood.
Yeah, she's got, the nurse drew circles on her butt.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So we're going to have to, they're kind of getting washed off, but we'll have to redraw the circles.
And the circles are so we know.
Don't lose our, yeah, so we know, so I know exactly where to place the needle.
Yeah, so we're on day 2 of that, and if our pregnancy takes, we will be doing these injections for the next 12 weeks.
That's wild to me that it's 12 weeks.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a long time.
Well, especially because that's a lot of damage to the tissue right there. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be.
It doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Actually, it hasn't been as bad as I thought it was gonna be. But I think as the weeks go on and the tissue starts to damage more and I start to become more sensitive to the areas, it's gonna hurt worse. But for now, it's not that bad.
Now we switch off every day, left side, right side, left side, right side. But that's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it, but it's a lot. So yeah,
I don't think your tissue has time to heal.
No.
I mean, it's only really 48 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, our transfer is in 4 days, 3 days.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
It'll be going
oh my gosh.
what day this goes live. So
today's Friday, so the day you guys listen to this. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. The day you guys are listening to this episode is the day of our transfer.
Oh, I just thought of, you need to talk about how you slipped up on
Facebook
my gosh. Live. Was it Facebook Live or Instagram Live?
Instagram Live. Okay, so story number 2 of the week. I messed up so much. So I never go live on Instagram. But this week I was like, you know what? I'm going to push myself to go live one time this week when I feel like I'm in a good place to go live. Because going live is really intimidating. I don't know why, but I don't know. I did it.
It's probably just because you can't. What's said, you can't take back.
You can't take.
You can't edit
and this is a perfect example of
Yeah.
why I shouldn't go live. But anyways, I went live, and people were asking about the transfer and asking about when are we gonna say the genders of our embryo or whatever, because Ty and I do know what gender. We have 2 embryos and they're the same gender, and we both know what they are. So we've been openly talking about the idea of us having this certain gender because it seems...
We might as well say it.
I'm not going to... I can't say it yet. We have to tell Scarlett first. We can't publicly say it yet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I feel like we need to...
That's fair.
Yeah, we need to have a conversation.
That's how you spilled the beans, was about Scarlett.
I didn't mean to, though. So anyways, I was talking on live and somebody asked about when we're going to announce the gender, and I was saying, well, we need we need to have a conversation with Scarlett first, and it's really hard for her to understand that she's going to have a beep, a blank, not going to say it right now, but I said the gender, and I said it was hard for her to understand when we're not actually pregnant. We didn't want to tell her until we actually know we have a baby on the way. And all of a sudden, the comments just started blowing up. People were like, oh my gosh, it's a... we need like a code word.
It's a circle.
It's a circle. Oh my gosh, it's a circle. And I was like, what are you talking about? Because there's been a lot of speculations, and people were like, no, you just said that it's a circle. And I was like, wait, what? So honestly, I was frustrated that I did that because, for Scarlett's sake, but it was a pure accident. It came out so naturally. And honestly, like, we don't care. We really don't care that people know. And there was
yeah,
only...
we should probably, like, make sure that I think we've told all of our family.
Yeah,
I mean, besides, obviously not Scarlett, but...
Yeah.
But, like, all of our
friends and family know.
That way...
They know. I think we've already...
I would just say we need to make sure. Like, maybe on my side. Because I don't...
I've told everybody on my side.
I don't talk about that stuff as much, so...
Yeah, I'm very, very open.
Make sure that we cover my family before we... I mean, all my immediate family members know.
Yeah.
But the thing is that we're not even pregnant, so... Yeah. It's just what the embryos are.
Yeah, it's a weird, like,
they're both circles.
Space.
Mm-hmm.
It gets a little confusing because we have potential babies of this gender, but we're not actually pregnant. So.
Yeah, and it's like a coin. It's better than a coin toss, but not 100%.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what'd they say, 60%?
So we didn't want to announce our gender until we were actually pregnant because it just felt right. It felt like it made more sense to do that. But yeah, Ty and I have been openly having conversations about the circle and the circle, and it just naturally came out. So if you were on Instagram Live and heard our gender slip, you were one of the first to know. There was a couple hundred people on, so I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, it's what it is. But we'll actually.
Yeah, you told me, and I was like, "Oh, I don't care."
Yeah, he did not. I didn't think he cared at all.
I'm fine with it. I don't.
But yeah, we'll eventually officially announce, once we have a baby in my belly.
Yeah. And then once the transfer happens, we won't know for sure for 9 days. Unless
we test early, which we will. We probably will.
I know Caitlyn. And
you're not supposed to, but
there'll be test strips all over. Yeah, they tell you not to because they probably have a lot of people that are like, maybe it's like close to the 9 days and they're testing and it's not positive, so they freak out and they're calling,
Well,
which I get. I mean,
false negatives, false positives.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, that's what's going on with us. Frozen embryo transfer happening the day you guys listen to this episode. So yay to that. How's your week been? What crazy stories do you have?
I don't have any crazy stories. Yeah, what's happened this week? It's flown by.
This week has gone by so fast.
I can't believe it's because we're recording this on Friday.
Yeah.
And yeah, nothing really crazy.
You've had a pretty chill week in your world.
Same stuff, different day. Got my buddy to start working out with me, so we've been hitting the gym hard. Mm-hmm. Trying to eat a lot, gain some weight.
That sounds...
Without getting...
That sounds fun.
Yeah. It is, but like the other day I was like eating so much, I like got to a point where it was like gross. Like I felt gross and I just didn't want to eat anymore. But I had to kind of like force myself to eat.
It's a first world problem.
Yeah.
For sure.
100%.
First world problem.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyways, we should jump into the Would You Rathers because I know what I have, and I feel like I have some good ones, so I'm really curious to hear what you've came up with.
Yeah, I think I've got some decent ones. And full disclosure, I got some of mine from Would You Rather subreddit.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. So mine are all from the internet, too. I did not come up with these myself. I Googled simply Would You Rathers and went based off of those. Also, please don't judge us because we'll be like fully transparent and open, but sometimes these can get a little, you have to make some decisions, and we're just going to have fun with it, but be honest.
All right, are you going first or am I going first?
You read yours first.
All right, so my first one's pretty tame. Would you rather be a cat or a dog?
Oh, that's so simple.
Yeah, it's very simple. Not all mine are simple.
Okay, I was going to say, this is pretty PG. I'm actually surprised. I'd probably rather be a dog because I feel like dogs are more extroverted and it fits my personality more. And I feel like cats are more introverted.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
For me, I thought about it, and I'm more of a dog person, but I think it'd be really cool to be a cat.
You
so you
are
can, like,
a
jump.
cat, for sure.
You can, like, jump on stuff and climb trees and, like, I don't know. Dogs are just, like, confined to a backyard where cats can go wherever they want, you know?
Okay. Mine are, like, way more PG-13.
That's fine.
Okay. Would you rather come home to your partner naked or dressed to the nines?
Naked.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
dressed to the nines, like dressed up, like...
Yeah, like dressed up, fancy dress, nice hair, makeup, nails done. Or just, like, totally naked. No clothes on. There's no in between.
Is there under... I'm trying to keep it PG-13.
No, it's okay.
But under the dress to the nines, is there lingerie?
Probably.
Then I would say dress to the nines.
Dress to the nines?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually shocked. I thought you were going to be confident with your first answer. For me, I would definitely say dress to the nines because if I came home and you were just naked, I'd be like, what are you doing?
That's
like,
true.
why don't you have clothes on? Aren't you cold?
I don't think you'd be surprised, though.
Yeah, but I'd still be like, this is not...
God, mine was lame compared to yours.
I know, I'm like, a cat or a dog? Okay, I'm like talking about being naked here. I thought this is where we were going with these. Okay, your turn.
Would you rather be able to run at 50 miles an hour and not get tired at all, like no fatigue, or teleport anywhere at will, but your body fatigues and gets tired as if you ran that entire distance that you teleported?
I'd rather teleport.
So if you teleported to, let's say, Kansas.
Yeah.
It's like 900 miles, maybe 1,000 to like your part of Kansas. Then you would feel like you ran 1,000 miles.
Oh,
like
I see what you're saying.
But you could run at 50 miles an hour.
But if I could run at 50 miles an hour,
and you would never get tired.
Well, then I could like run to Kansas.
You could, but it would be faster to drive.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. That's a weird one.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'd rather run, because then I could be in the Olympics and.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, be faster than Usain Bolt. But you could like teleport. Like I could teleport to the gym.
Yeah.
It's like a mile or two.
I think I'd rather just run because that's a good flex. 50 miles per hour, not being tired. Yeah. That's a good flex.
And not be tired at all, like a machine.
Would you rather be in a relationship with someone who never says I love you or someone who never hugs you?
I feel like hugs maybe are overrated.
Oh, I love hugs.
I know you do. I give you hugs. But I would rather hear I love you than hug, actually.
You need words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's my love language, but it's part of it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think it's nice to hear. I think for me it's the hugs. I feel like there's an emotional connection that happens when there's a hug.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
no, I agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of your hugs are become rated R.
Yeah.
But just a good old
it's a
PG.
flashlight in my pocket.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. A good old PG hug is what I love. Like, sometimes I'm like, Ty, I just want to hug. This doesn't need to lead to anything. It's like a massage. I'm like, let's just do a massage.
I've tried to work on that, I feel like.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. We can't
She's
be the only
ones.
ones.
Because we're on a podcast.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Would you rather earn $1 for every step you take or $100 every 2 hours? And I did the math. I'm a number
for every step you take?
You get $1 for every step.
Well, I feel like we're pretty active, so I feel like that makes more sense.
It does,
right?
yeah. So I saw
You did the math?
I did, yeah.
Oh my god.
I did the math. So I saw this one on Reddit, and I was like, wait a second, I gotta do this math. So if you get $100 every 2 hours for a whole year, that's $438,000.
Okay.
So it's a lot of money, but that's like not like.
Yeah.
Like, if you do, so let's say the average person does 3,000 steps per day. That would be $1,095,000 a year. And that's just 3,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
So, like, if I was earning $1 a step, I would be walking right now.
Wow. Yeah. Same.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. That would give me the motivation to get up and walk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Every
I'd be
second of the day.
shredded. I'd be tiny, dude.
Okay, that's a good one.
I just called you dude, by the way.
Dude. Wow. Mine are all like relationship. Marriage.
Mine are all like number stuff, so.
Okay. Well, this gives us a good balance.
I saw the numbers ones and I had to do the math.
Yeah, you would. You are an Enneagram 5, so. Would you rather be failures together or become successful apart?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of like.
This is a complicated
detail.
one.
Yeah, like it depends.
Mm-hmm. Nope, you can't overthink it.
Where my mind goes, if we're failures together, does that mean we can't pay the bills? We can't provide for our family?
Well, I think it...
Or is it just like we're not living up to our potential?
I think it depends on what your view of failure is. Whether that's business focused or, I don't know. Like, I feel like part of me leans towards I'd rather be successful apart but that's a very personal, a very personal choice because I don't think you do well with failure. I feel like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this is getting deep. I feel like anybody, this isn't just you, but I feel like I want to see you happy, and I know I wouldn't be seeing you happy if you were failing, and I know it would affect our marriage if we were experiencing failure. Yeah. Although we don't get success without failure, so this gets very complicated.
Yeah, the first thing I thought of is like, is it failure forever? Because like, would we just stop trying?
Yeah, forever. I think it's forever.
Okay.
So
then I would say apart probably, because
too.
I feel like we would both be lying to ourselves if we stayed together and we
were just big failures, a big old
family
of
failures.
failures.
And maybe we were failures because we weren't supporting each other or weren't all in or something. I don't know.
I agree. Yeah. I would want to see you happy no matter what. And so I feel like being apart and seeing you successful would be better. Mm-hmm. It's a deep one.
That's very deep.
It's a deep one.
Yeah, and there's a lot of nuances with it too. It's like however you interpret it.
Yeah.
All right. This one's another number one, so don't hate me. Would you rather get $1 million now or get $10,000 every month for the next 10 years?
$10,000 every month.
Nope. Well, it depends. It depends. I mean, that's not a bad choice. But, so the number, like, let's say you were given $1 million, it wasn't taxed or anything, you could do whatever you want with it.
Oh, okay.
If you put that into, like, the stock market, like, just like a generic S&P 500 index fund or something, the average rate of return for the last 10 years was like just shy of 14%, which that's pretty high. It's probably not always going to be that way. But in 10 years, that $1 million would turn into almost $3.7 million.
Well, when you put it that way, if we're talking about like what we're going to do with the money, then yeah, I agree. That makes
and that's
sense.
if you invest it all. You don't have to invest it all. But then even at the last 20 years, the S&P 500 average rate of return is 7.5%. It'd be like $2 million, around there. $2 million after 10 years of just sitting there. Okay. So it's like the time value of money you have to decide.
Yeah.
Like,
Makes sense. Would you rather be an attractive adult or an intelligent adult? You can't have both. You're either good looking or you're smart.
I'll be honest. Attractive. I feel like attractive people have more opportunities in life.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate, though.
I know.
Yeah,
I really think
true.
so. I really think.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like I have to say the same thing, although.
Maybe I'm neither. I'm stupid for answering it that way. Maybe. I don't know. Right? I guess it depends on like how smart. Like.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, let's like play it up. The smart one's gonna have more money, and the attractive one's not. Or will they? I don't know. You're right, because statistically attractive people, which I'm not saying this is right.
You have more doors open.
Doors open.
Let's say I wouldn't want to trade my body to be like out of shape and just feel like crap all the time, just to be intelligent. Well, and what is? But I wouldn't want to give up my intellect for looking great either. It's a tough one.
Well, what is what is attractive? Like what, like that's such a relative term.
Well, it's like subjective.
It's very subjective. Yeah. So who are we to say who is attractive? I mean, I know it's a pretty obvious thing too, but I mean, there's beauty in everybody. So it's really hard to, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not
it's
sure.
It's a hard one.
Maybe if you were super smart, you'd realize that being attractive isn't that big of a deal.
Maybe.
God, yours are better than mine. I don't want to admit it.
You are very analytical.
This one's pretty good.
I think yours are good, though, still. It's a good balance.
So if your child was switched at birth, but you only found out 1 year later, so like you had the wrong kid the whole time.
Oh, my gosh.
No, I shouldn't say wrong. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Would you switch back with your genetic child or keep the one you cared for?
Oh, my gosh. That's so hard. Well, first of all, I'd file a
big
fat lawsuit.
Oh, yeah. Lawsuit for sure. Get paid. 1 year... So 1 year has passed, and you cared for another couple's genetic child, while the couple cared for yours. Just to clarify.
So I think as hard as it would be, I feel like in that moment, if both families were on board, the child is so young, it might be...
Yeah, the child will only be a year.
Only a year old. I mean, if they were like 6 or 7, I think it'd be way different. But if they were
Can you imagine that happening, though?
No, I can't. No. I'm not saying this would be easy, but I feel like it would... I don't know. Like I know
I would switch, but hopefully the other family, like, I think it could be like a thing. I think it could be good for both kids where you switch back because they're your biological child. Yeah. I mean, everybody wants their biological child. That's not to say they don't want the other kid.
Yeah.
But also, like, maybe you be a part of that other kid's life as they grow up.
Right. Because
if that family's willing.
The first year of development in a child is so critical and so important, and that's where they form attachments and bonds, and that would be really, really hard for the child.
Yeah, I feel like it could turn out like it'd be a really bad thing, or it could turn out to be an extremely positive thing in their life. Like they could almost have like 2 families.
Yeah, no, I agree. But man, that would be, like, I know how attached I get to my baby, and to think that that baby would go live with somebody else, regardless of whether my child was my biological child or not, that would be really hard. However, it would be also really hard knowing somebody else is raising my biological child.
Yeah, that's a tough situation to be in.
Yeah, it sure is. But yeah, I would say switch.
Yeah, switch back.
Yep, I would. Would you rather your partner be rich and cocky or broke and a sweetheart?
Man, I don't know. I mean, when I met you, you were a sweetheart.
And broke?
I don't know, you weren't broke, but...
I was pretty broke.
I guess it just depends on the person, really. But I guess if I had to choose, it'd be broke. And a sweetheart.
Oh, I agree. And I think that's because if they have a good heart and they have a good personality, you don't have to be broke forever. Like, that's... I mean, unless this is a forever thing.
Yeah, that is the thing. Is it
a forever thing? Or, can you build a life together with that sweetheart, If somebody's rich and cocky, if they're cocky then, they're probably going to be cocky forever.
I will say, though, I don't even know if I should say this, but I do feel like some women are attracted to rich, cocky guys. There's like a thing where...
Well, like some women like the bad boys, some women like the... Yeah. No, I agree. I mean...
Like even if they're... Maybe not the nicest person all the time. I feel like there are women out there that like the cocky guys.
Yeah, well, and some women just want the money, too. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, let's be honest. And there's men on that side.
Yeah. So, I agree.
Would you rather be able to tell your past self one thing or be able to ask your future self one question? So, like, you go back in time and tell your past self one thing. Or go into the future and ask your future self one thing.
I think I'd like to go back in the past to tell myself. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know what that would be, but I think I'd like to go back in the past. I 100%
know what I'd tell my past self.
What would you tell your past self?
I would go back to 2012 and go, Ty, buy all of your Bitcoin
you
can. Buy all the Bitcoin you can. Like...
I had a feeling that's where that was going.
Because back then I remember buying Bitcoin for like $25 a Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a broke college kid and I sold it for like beer money or something.
Oh my gosh, was it worth it?
No.
No.
100% not.
Would you rather have your parents walk in on you while being intimate or your children walk in on you?
How old are your children? Like
9, 5, and 2.
So all your children walking at the same time?
All of them at the same time.
I'd rather have my parents for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Because they're adults, you know.
They get it, yeah. It could scar a
It'd be
child for life.
awkward for sure. It'd be very awkward, but...
Has that ever happened to you? Like
it has.
Up? Has it?
Yeah. My dad walked in on me and my ex-girlfriend.
Oh my gosh. In high school or what?
Yeah, I was probably like a senior in high school maybe.
Okay.
And I didn't lock the door. Yeah, it was super awkward. Like, extremely awkward.
What'd you do? Like, well, hold on. Paint this picture for me. Were you guys, like,
well, it was
naked?
Yeah.
Like, butt naked?
Yeah, completely naked. But it was like, he, like, walked in and walked out. So, and it was one of those things, like, we just never acknowledged or talked about, so.
You never talked about it?
No.
Oh, my gosh. No. That's super awkward. I don't
How
think that's ever happened. No.
Really?
No. Never. I wasn't as bad as you were in high school.
Whatever. All right, so I got one that's kind of R-rated, just FYI.
Bring it on.
Would you rather come home from work to see your wife with another man, like in the act, or would you... So
for me, it'd be my husband with another woman.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so your wife or husband with another...
Man or woman.
Man or woman, or, you know, same sex, who knows? That would be a curveball for most people.
You'd love that. You'd be like, hey guys.
Calling me out, huh?
Just kidding.
Or would you rather come home to see your spouse has died?
Oh my god. That was not where I thought it was going.
Yeah, so would you rather come home to see your spouse with another person in the act, or would you rather come home to see that your spouse has died?
Well, I don't want you to die, but like, don't do that. So
You gotta choose. You gotta choose one or the other.
Well, I feel like if I caught that, you'd probably die no matter what. So maybe I should just say dead. I would rather you come home dead because I don't want to have to be the one to do it. I'm just kidding, kind of.
Just kidding, but seriously.
I don't know. It depends on who it was. Like, is it my best friend? Is it...
Yeah, that does change it,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Mom?
No. Oh. What?
Weird. Sorry, Mom.
Your mom listens to this.
My mom's like, what? And my mom listens to the podcast. She's going to be like, what the heck? Okay.
That's funny.
Things could get weird.
All
right, next, let's do a new one. I'm sorry, Mom.
Would you rather your parents see your internet history or you naked?
My internet history. I have nothing to hide.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like my internet history.
I would say internet history because I use incognito browser.
Oh my gosh, you would. Yeah, I really don't want my parents to see me naked, so I'd rather explain myself on the internet. Yeah. Would you rather be 25 or 45 for the rest of your life?
25.
Really?
Yeah.
I would much rather, I mean, not that I've been 45 yet, but I would rather be 45. I feel like I enjoy being older way more than I did being younger.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
when I was 25, I didn't know.
Would you still have the same wisdom? You know what I mean? Like
No.
They say at 25 your brain's fully developed.
Yeah, but think about who you were at 25. Like, I think about who I was at 25, and I'm like, I feel so much more confident in who I am now as a 29-year-old, which I guess it's not that far off, but the older I get, the more confident I feel with everything. Myself, my decision-making, my relationships, and I feel like I did not feel that at 25. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. So I would still choose 25.
You choose 25.
Yeah.
I choose 45.
Would you rather have love life problems or career problems?
I mean, been there with the love life. I'm going to go with career.
Yeah, same.
You can always make a career change, but love life problems are exhausting.
Well, you can always make a love life change
been there, done that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure I'd rather have career problems.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's just a job.
Yeah. Would you rather be in a bad relationship or alone for the rest of your life?
Alone.
100%. Less stress.
Yeah.
I agree. Would you rather get the silent treatment or be yelled at when you're angry with each other?
Honestly, I think I'd rather be yelled at. Because you can just hash it out.
Don't yell at me.
I mean, yeah.
Don't
but like,
yell at
you'd
me.
rather just give me the silent treatment?
I'd rather just give you the silent treatment. So I could collect my thoughts, because sometimes I
That's
say
true,
things.
yeah. Sometimes you need a breather.
Yeah, well, I never feel good when I raise my voice. So I feel like I would feel better if I just stopped talking and be quiet.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
So do you agree?
Yeah.
The silent?
Silence,
Yeah.
probably. Like, collect your thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually you have to talk it out.
Eventually you have to talk it out, but
at
it
least
doesn't
you're
need
not
to
screaming.
yell.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you rather have a partner who never has time to spend with you, or a partner who's clingy and never leaves you alone?
I guess clingy?
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I'd say neglectful.
Really?
Yeah. I like my space.
I do too. I'm
Yeah.
definitely, I thrive. I also wouldn't enjoy it if you didn't want to do things
Yeah.
with me.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
But it would probably get annoying if you were super clingy.
Yeah. Because, I mean, think of all the things that come along with being clingy. There's
Yeah,
probably, like, trust issues. There's probably, like,
Mhm.
a lot more than just, like, being clingy. So I feel like the neglectful would
Yeah,
be...
you call me all the time. Where are you?
I call you all the time?
No, I'm just
okay.
saying hypothetically. Like,
I should probably call you more.
yeah.
You call me all the time.
Yeah, I think we both need... Maybe the neglectful...
Yeah, I agree.
I keep changing my mind on these.
Oh, I know. I talk you through it, and then you're like, wait a second, I changed my mind.
Yeah. Because I need things like I like to work out with you,
Mhm.
but sometimes I'd like to go to the gym alone. You know, like
Yep.
there's like a balance there.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Okay, that concludes our Would You Rathers. This was fun, and we want to bring this to the podcast every once in a while, or something along the lines of that.
And if you guys have any feedback or ideas for us, just hit us up on the Modern Mom and Dad podcast on Instagram.
Yeah, definitely. You guys can DM us over there, and today's Friday, so what's going on this weekend? Scarlett has soccer.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we could give you guys a quick little rundown of our weekend and what that looks like, and Valentine's Day that's coming up. But we have soccer this weekend.
Mm-hmm. She scored a goal last week.
Did.
It was awesome.
Yeah, she did. It was her first goal. She was
like jumping up and down on the soccer field, and even like the other team's parents were clapping for her because she was so excited.
She was so happy. Yeah.
And it was to tie the game, so I was definitely proud.
What do you call that?
An equalizer.
Equalizer.
Yeah.
She was so proud of herself.
Yeah. She really enjoys it.
Yeah, definitely a core memory made there. She was very excited. But yeah, we have soccer this weekend. I know the Super Bowl's playing, and we're both kind of bummed the Chiefs are not in it this year. Since we're from Kansas. I mean, I know it's Kansas City, Missouri, but
yeah, it's still
that's who we go for in Kansas. So, but we're gonna go watch it with family. And Valentine's Day is Monday. We actually don't have plans this year.
Yeah, we're not doing a whole... I mean, the next day we have the transfer, so we're going to keep it kind of low-key, maybe order out some food.
Well, typically we don't go out on Valentine's Day because Ty and I don't like how busy it can be. So we usually go out like the weekend before or like the night before or something, but we just didn't get around to planning anything this year. Last year we had a really nice dinner. We did, yeah. To Shula's in Phoenix or wherever that's at. Chandler? It's at a casino. At that casino?
Where is that? It might be Chandler.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but Shula's was delicious.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that was a good dinner.
Yeah, but this year we just don't have anything planned. So we were thinking, or at least we kind of talked about it earlier, just picking up to go from our favorite restaurant, North Italia. We love their Italian food. And
yeah, just like pick it up, like carry out, and then
take it home and eat it when Scarlett's in bed or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like that sounds pretty good. Scarlett has like a Valentine's Day party that we're both volunteering at on Valentine's Day, and we have a lot of things actually to do on Valentine's Day, so it just didn't work.
Yeah.
But maybe we can do. Ooh, we should do this. We should go to lunch Tuesday and have like a nice lunch before our transfer.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be really nice. Did we just make plans?
Yeah.
We just made plans. Okay,
I
that's
figured
what.
we'd do something, but
Yeah.
not like anything crazy.
I feel like that would be so wonderful to have like a nice lunch because our transfer's at 3:00 on Tuesday. And
Well, are you supposed to eat though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can eat. I just have to have a full bladder. That's really all I have to do.
Okay. That's nice.
So we should do that. That seems really nice.
All right, so I think we're going to wrap it up there. We appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed this little lighthearted episode. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you guys next week. Do you want to follow along with us more? We would love that. Follow us over on YouTube and Instagram at The Modern Mom and Dad Podcast to interact with us, ask us questions, and to see behind the scenes. Thanks for listening to the Modern Mom and Dad Podcast, and we will see you next Tuesday.